Hey guys, this is Easter again. Welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory 2.5. Today, I just updated SkyFactory to 2.5.5. So now oh boy. First thing I, um, hmm. First thing I noticed is that vein miner's not working anymore. Did they remove vein miner? No, it's still grave. Hello? Is vein miner not working today? Well, that's oh gosh. So first thing off the bat, I can tell is something's wrong with vein miner. Very wrong. Um, Alright guys, we are back. Um, so I read up on forums and things and I tried some of the fixes they recommended. Didn't work. Apparently vein miner was removed, or excavator is not the same thing. I thought it was because in the controls the key binding still says, where is it? Goodness sakes. Well, somewhere in here, it's the grave key. I can't find it right now for some reason. But, here we go. Vein miner. I guess, oh wait, it was different. So I guess, yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Let's see if it works. There's a little ton bit of lag going on right now. Don't know what that's about. That is a massive lag spike. What is causing that? Hopefully that fixes it. Alright. Vein miner still works. Alright. So for now we will leave it downgraded. I'll see if I can find a way to upgrade. Jeez, this lag. What is going on? I will be back 'cause my CPU is getting fried right now. I don't. Hey guys, this is Dragon and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory. You probably heard the intro, and I'm just redoing everything. I'm just gonna include that in the video, but a lot of things have happened since that cut because a lot of terrible things have gone on. I will just be walking around so you guys can see what's been going on since the cut. So basically, if I recall correctly, what happened was I upgraded to 2.5.5. Didn't know that they removed vein miner in 2.5.5 and they replaced it with ore excavation. So basically I couldn't chop down trees quickly anymore. Couldn't use the compressed thingamajig on the, what do you call it? Compressed crook on, oh gosh, on the actual leaves to get lots of saplings and stuff. So I was like, okay, let's downgrade. So when I downgraded, everything went okay except for the fact that, let's just say, some of the things got corrupted, so then I had to install the mod pack again, and now it's fine. But then I knocked out all these torches, started the mob system, and it was crazy. Mob spawn rates were just off the charts, lagging my game to heck. So I was trying to fix the lag by stopping the mob system, getting it lit up again, but I got knocked off in on the corner that I'll show you in a second. And then I fell into the void, then spent like half an hour trying to retrieve my stuff because it was so laggy. And then I realized, oh, this is 3 tall, and I made it 3 tall to get Enderman. Well, guess what? Endermen don't like water. I'm facepalming really hard right now. And so, the Endermen don't actually just teleport to my platform. And so I started punching Endermen until I killed them, and I died plenty of times. I've probably died at least like 20 times since the last cut. So, yeah, things are going very well. But yeah, so I've put a layer of half slab, so now it's 2.5 blocks tall. So now I shouldn't have Enderman spawn. I was also getting wisps spawning that were just clogging, that was stuck in the mob system, and I got killed by those quite a few times as well. LOL. They're too strong for me. I had no armor, by the way, and now I have some decent armor. I mean, these are all from loot bags. The primary reason why I made this mob system is to get loot bags, because you can get tons of important stuff from loot bags. So anyways, I was getting items from this corner and punching mobs at the same time. Got hit by a mob that was falling, and I fell into the void. I didn't have this behind me, now I do. So yeah, that's how that happened. And I've been also cleaning up gravestones down down like right below the void. So anyways, now we're back and we gotta reorganize things because it's very messy now. Here's what we've gotten since last episode. Tons of mob drops here. I'll be starting, I'm gonna call it Minicio. I think it's Minicio or something according to the mod author, but I'm gonna call it Minicio. I'm gonna start magical crops here eventually, sometime soon. I have to get some automation going on first though. But plenty of rotten flesh for, all that good stuff that you could possibly need. I mean, there's not really much you can use with this other than this dimlet, which isn't really useful anyways. Can make some really strange things with it. Like you can make leather with Botania, but in general it's not very useful. I can use it to make more dirt though, which will be nice. This is just, I recovered a lot of my stuff, so I have a lot of my clay buckets. I made so many because I kept falling to the void. Have plenty of saplings, so I won't have to worry about that. This is what I've gotten from loot bags so far. Pretty good drops, I'd say. Soul sand's pretty important later on. All these random ingots. I thought I had more redstone. I don't know where that went. I got some nether quartz, which is pretty nice. Leather, paper, bone meal, which is pretty important because I need 3 more to make a crucible, and I have plenty of bones for that, so I don't need to worry about that. Plenty of armor here. I'm not gonna be wearing this armor. I'm gonna try to make a smeltery sometime and get that going. Got 2 buckets of water, which is pretty clutch, so I don't have to use iron to make it. Got this golden egg. I might do something with that later on. Got this basic capacitor, which is pretty nice for Ender IO. Nice little speed upgrade. So today, anyways, we're gonna leave this mess as is. I'll clean it up somewhere, sometime. I don't know when. But for now, today, I think since we're not gonna do it in the mob stuff, we're gonna go back into our achievement book here and move on in the achievement book. So we're gonna go into Tinkers today, I think. Uh, Actually, let's do the Crucible first, so I can get some lava going, honestly. It's probably the most important thing. So I have 7 clay here, set that up for since last episode. And I just need 1 bone here because I got 4 bone meal here. I believe this gives 3, exactly. Nice, and I didn't take this out. Anyways, you combine this clay with bone meal to get porcelain clay. Make a U shape in the crafting table, and you get unfired crucible. Toss that into a furnace, now you've got yourself some good, you got yourself a fired crucible, or whatever you call this thing. Crucible. Okay, that was epic troll. I'm gonna dump this in the furnace so I can get the most out of the fuel. So anyways, so to power this crucible, one of the most optimal things you can use is actually a torch at the beginning, so that's what we'll be doing. I think I'm going to put it here. There we go, we get melt speed at 1.0. Later on, you can use like lava, liquid pyrotheum or whatever, anyways, to get that. But anyways, to start making a bucket of lava, we gotta put some stone in there. So we're gonna be making a bucket of lava right now. Now let's go into Tinkers. So to go into Tinkers, there's this materials and you thing. I have this crafting station on this. I'm just gonna plop it down. I don't know. Just plop. No, what? I'll just keep it on hand. Why not? It'll be useful, so I don't have to keep making. Anyways, so for Tinkers, you gotta make all these things. So there's blank patterns, stencil table, part crafter, pattern chest, tool station, and eventually you're gonna get tool forge. Tool forge. Jeez, I can't speak. So that's the first things we're gonna do here. Since this is right next to the crafting table, I can't do those things, so I'll just grab all this and go. So I guess might as well talk about the channel while we're at it. So I'm probably going to be uploading now on Sundays or Mondays, probably Mondays because it's better for me that way. I don't know though, we'll see. I don't remember how to build these things. Memory, nope. Oh, it's this. It's got to be this, right? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, schedule's gonna be a little different now, but in general, it'll be pretty much pretty similar. Balloons 4.0 is still not out yet, so I decided not to do a video on 3.10 just because there's not really anything that relevant besides, I guess, new. Was there new maps? I don't know. What am I missing here? I don't remember. I'm great at Tinkers, guys. Right, the crafting table, the tool station, the most important thing. Of course, I forget that. So, I forget. I'm doing great. Oh wait, it's the part. Oh my gosh, I'm doing great today, guys. So all right. So all this stuff, is for later on, of course. I'm gonna move these barrels actually because it's kind of clogging up the way now. I'm gonna move everything over to the other side. I'm gonna grab some half slabs here. And I'm gonna dump these Tinker's books in here because I know how Tinker's works, sort of, not really, whatever. So I will do this here and close it off and put the barrels here. I'll also move the sieve actually. Let's move the sieve to not where the barrels are gonna be. So I'm gonna put the barrels here. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just being so inefficient today. I'll just put the sieve here. Gosh dang it. Okay. Anyways, back to Tinkers. It's pretty messy. When I cut the episode, I'll probably expand this platform so you have more room. But so you have the stencil table, you have the part builder, tool station, and pattern chest. I think it goes like this, right? Yeah, or whatever. Alright, so what you do is using these blank patterns, you make these different patterns. For a pickaxe, first thing you're going to need basically a tool rod, tool binding. This stuff, this and this is later on. Pickaxe head's important. I'm just going to build all of them now, just so I have them, so I don't have to build them later. I don't think I'll be using a scythe. Probably not going to use a hammer, not a broad axe. Large plate will be for later. A lot of things are for later. Knife blade, sword blade, crossbars pretty important later on. Wide guards for later, hand guards for later. Anyway, so these are the basic tools here. So you put this in the pattern chest if you like, it's just for storage. And with the part builder, you can build the different parts. So if you use shift, you can see what you can build them out of. You can see you can make the bone tool rod, so I'm probably going to use bone. I forget if stone or bone's better. I'm just going to do all bone just because I have plenty of it. Let's actually check to see, it's pretty slow by the way. It really helps to have a bucket of lava under it, so I'll probably get to that someday. You know, just someday. Actually, speaking of which, I should probably convert this water in the crucible. I'm getting so distracted, guys. But we will get our tool eventually, right? Am I right? Alright, there we go. I'll just dump down there. There we go. So let's break this. We got 4 clay. Alright, nice. Sort that out. Actually, just before I forget, I'm gonna make more cobble out of this stone because that's all you can really use it for. There we go. Take this out from my food. Anyways, so if we get some bones here, go to the part builder. You need a tool rod for the pick, so you put your materials here and the pattern there, and so you can make a bone tool rod here. And sometimes you get some excess materials out of it, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna make a bone binding and a pickaxe head, if I recall correctly. So I'll just leave the bones in there, because I'll probably need it later on. And then you go to the tool station here and just put them all together. Very simple. There's a lot of fancy things you can do in Tinkers, but we're not gonna go there yet. We need a smeltery and lots of things going our way, so not happening anytime soon. I want to see what you can do with these things. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's just making some stone, so we'll just dump that in this chest because we're lazy. And sack that. Alright. So now we got our bone pickaxe. And so go back into the achievement book. Done. Oh, we haven't done that yet actually. This. We gotta build a cobblestone generator. That'll probably be next up. We already got that. We're not gonna do this quest yet. It's not really necessary, honestly. Build a second ladder. No, I'm not doing this anytime soon. Make a city from a stone barrel. So basically everything is, yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of grind work. Once you build the cobble generator, though, a lot of things can get done. So anyways, this is our main tool now for picking. Another useful tool is the mattock. It acts as a shovel and an axe, which is pretty nice. I might make one. I doubt it. It's not worth it. This is almost done here. I'm waiting for this because we're gonna go into the cobble gen probably right now. So one of the easiest materials you can make your cobble gen out of is crafting tables because they don't burn. At least I don't think they burn. If they burn, then rip me. We're just going to make a ton of crafting tables. I don't care if it's too much because you can't have too many crafting tables, right? For now, we're going to do a simple design. Very, very simple. It's not going to be that great. I don't think. Wait, I don't remember how to do it. Gosh dang it. Didn't think about this. Alright, we'll do this next episode. How's that, guys? We'll do this next episode. For now, let's just pick it up so we can get more stuff going. I will just dump this in here because we have infinite. It double clicked, okay. We have an infinite source of stuff, so we're good on that. Let's get some more going. This thing's hecka slow. Alright, it's whatever. So, yeah, we'll work on cobble gen next episode. I gotta look up on it. I don't want to screw up super hard. and waste my time and your time. Because this is ideally supposed to be a somewhat efficient playthrough, right? Right? Um, Next thing I'm gonna have to do though, sadly, is what I'm being so efficient today. Next thing I gotta do though is we're just gonna pretend we did this. I'm gonna do this later. So nah. Like it's the cobble gen that's basically the road to everything. I'm gonna see how you make a stone barrel actually. I don't remember how you do that. I think it's like stone and the smooth slabs. Yeah, there we go. So we can get that going at least. We can get that requires 9 stone. So all these inefficient numbers, guys. So for now, I think what we can do is I have no clue what we can do right now. This is going well today. Very well. I still got a regen potion. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I really want to use this, but I don't want to see what happens. The moment I use that, I know terrible things will happen unless it's a cool mob or something. So, for now, we're sadly gonna chop trees and talk about what's going on with the channel, I guess, because I didn't finish talking. Um, so I did read up on patch notes for SkyFactory, and 2.5.6 is out now. I think we're gonna stick in 2.5.4 just because it's pretty game breaking, I do say so myself, to not have vein miner work on trees. Like the ability to just chop down trees really fast like this is super nice. You can't have enough of this. Actually, speaking of which, I can start a Minicio farm, can't I? I don't know how Minicio works though. RIP. I gotta get a lot of dirt though. So I think this is all gonna be stuff I do off camera. So off camera, I'm probably gonna expand this platform to a lot larger, and probably going to. Actually, I should just get a bone hatchet here. Yeah, that's a smart idea. Should do that. Wait. Yeah, it's pretty much the best thing I can make it out of. So that's what I will do. Note the best thing. I know I have some stuff from the almighty farm, but I'm not going to use it because there's more important things you can use it on. The obsidian and stuff on. And besides, obsidian isn't the best material you can make this stuff out of. Anyways, now we can use our bone hatchet here. Nice. And start getting this upgraded. It's not gonna stick around very long though because it's a very primitive thing. Anyways, I'm getting very distracted today. Not really talking about what I said I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, speaking of which, there's plenty of things to talk about. I noticed that in my videos, you can really hear me like tap and click and do all sorts of things. Can't really do much about that because what I'm doing is I'm sacrificing the audio quality for the audio quality. Okay, that makes no sense. So I'm cutting out, I've changed it so the background noise isn't as audible. Like people can be talking right next to me and you probably can't hear it in the video, but in exchange, it doesn't cancel out the mouse clicking for some reason. I don't know about that one. That seems a little suspicious to me, but we'll let it go. We'll just be nice and like I said, let it go. So, unfortunately, we're probably not gonna. The episode's probably gonna end pretty quick here. I might try building a cobble gen. I know a really bad one, but it's a really bad one, so I'll give it a try though. What it involves is putting both the lava and water source blocks suspended up in the air. So I'll give it a try. Why not? So we're gonna have hopefully if I remember correctly, lava doesn't burn, right? I mean, slabs don't burn, right? We'll see. Oh boy. Actually, I'm gonna need a lot more crafting tables, I just realized. Ah, it's fine, we can leave the top uncovered. So it's gonna be like this, and then this is where the cobble is going to show up, I believe. We're gonna let the lava flow 2 blocks, and then so the water's gonna go up here. Hopefully later on I'm gonna find a way to integrate vein miner. That's the hope and dream, guys. Integrate vein miner. Wait a second, this isn't gonna work, is it? Ah, we'll give it a try. See how it goes. It can only go wrong, right, guys? I just hope I don't die. That's all you gotta hope for. Oh gosh. I should put in the water. Oh, I should put in a half. Oh, so many things to do. I should put in a half slab here. Make sure the water doesn't go ham. And pour the water in, pour the lava in first. Let it flow. And put it in the water. Let's see how this works. Will this work well? No. Rip. Alright, that didn't work. Does this work well? Ah, it works. Yeah. I'd say it works. What do you guys think? I think though, we're gonna go a little simpler here and move it in one. I don't want to waste crafting tables, so we're just going to move everything. I think it's gonna work, right? Right? Does that work? I don't remember. So we're gonna put in the water source block. Where? Over where? Here. There we go. Alright. And then we can put in the water here. And hopefully this will work. No guarantees, guys. It's probably a really bad one. Well, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Burns 9 out of 10 times. Okay, so I think it was actually better the other way. Rip. I don't know how to build a cobble gen. Later on, I probably want to upgrade it so I can use vein miner, but probably won't, because it's me. Should probably be close to the end of the episode by now, I think, right? So we're gonna do it like this and this. Try this. It's gonna work, right? Should make this a whole block. Prevent the water from pushing it back too far. It still burns 9 out of 10 times. Okay. Well, we'll find a fix for this next episode. We got 4. It's fine. And it's totally fine that the crafting tables are on fire. There's a lava bucket. We're going to save that for later. And this is making 3. So anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is ETH Dragon, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye.